Even though they aren't real, some small screen deaths just hit us hard. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest TV deaths in teen dramas. For this list, we're looking at the deaths of main characters or characters whose deaths left a lasting impact on the television series they were on. We're limiting things to mainstream shows. And now, here's your official warning. As the list deals with major characters' demises, there will be plenty of spoilers.
I didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't get to say goodbye to my mom.
Number 10, Maya St. Germain, Pretty Little Liars. Maya and Emily Fields formed a connection soon after the St. Germains moved to Rosewood, with Maya helping Emily accept that she's a lesbian.
It's my mom.
So she's coming tomorrow?
I've been missing her a lot lately.
Does she still hate me?
She never hated you. She hated me liking girls, but...
However, after Maya is sent to rehab facility True North for using drugs, they break up. Maya returns, but a fight ensues, which leads to Maya running away. Not only is this the last time that Emily sees her alive, but also Maya's lifeless body is found some weeks later.
They found a body. They think it's Maya.
The fact that Emily and Maya aren't ever able to resolve their issues because she's killed by her stalker ex-boyfriend Lyndon James really pulls at the heartstrings.
I wanted to give you this in person because I want to be there when you watch it. I've said so many wrong things to you. Emily, this is me taking the time to get it right.
At least we can take some comfort in the fact that Emily manages to avenge Maya by sending James to his grave. Number 9, Keith Scott, One Tree Hill. An important father figure to Lucas Scott, Keith stepped in when his brother Dan checked out. When Lucas's childhood friend Jimmy Edwards brings a gun to Tree Hill High, Keith runs back to save the day, but ends up meeting his end instead.
Does this darkness have a name?
After Edwards shoots himself, Keith grieves, while Dan takes the opportunity to kill his brother, believing that Keith was responsible for the dealership fire.
Who killed my uncle?
Your father.
As it turns out, it was really his wife Deb who attempted to murder him. Dan subsequently spends the rest of his life in turmoil until Keith returns to bring him into the afterlife. Keith's final scene doesn't only show the power of forgiveness, but also his ability to always see the best in people, even as a ghost.
I'm so sorry for that day and every day before it.
I know you are, Danny, and I forgive you.
I took you away from everyone and everything you ever cared about. How can you just forgive me?
Well, you're dead, Dan. If I can't forgive you now, when can I?
Number 8, Marissa Cooper, The O.C. Marissa Cooper was always a troubled girl with a history of drug use and out-of-control behavior. She overdosed in Tijuana and shot her boyfriend's brother, to name a few. However, by graduation, she straightened up her behavior and was finally with Ryan. So when tragedy struck while Ryan was driving Marissa to the airport to spend a year in Greece with her father, it was especially devastating. Marissa had everything going for her, but her ex-boyfriend Kevin Volchuk, upset that he can't have Marissa, forces their car off the road.
Ryan, look out!
Marissa is fatally wounded after Ryan's car flips over, and we're left unsuccessfully holding back our tears as we watch her die peacefully in the arms of the love of her life. Number 7, JT Yorke, Degrassi: The Next Generation. JT was always the lovable class clown, and deserved so much better than the hand he was dealt. After getting his girlfriend pregnant, he and Liberty try to make their relationship work, with JT stepping up to be the best father he can be. After selling drugs in an attempt to provide for his unborn child, he overdoses on pills. The couple decide to give their baby up for adoption, after which he and Liberty go their separate ways. He starts dating single mother Mia, but later has a change of heart.
No, look, it's not stupid. You can't fight how you feel. Go out there and find her.
You know what? You're right. You're always right, Tobes.
While going to look for Liberty at a party to confess his love, he gets into an altercation and is stabbed by a Lakehurst student. Though it's Liberty who ends up finding him, it's too little too late. JT is bleeding, motionless, and unable to tell Liberty how he feels. Number 6, Angel, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Angel and Buffy Summers always had a complicated relationship. She is a vampire hunter and he's a vampire after all.
Is there a problem, ma'am?
Yeah, there's a problem. Why are you following me?
I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. I don't bite.
It was a Romeo-Juliet romance right from the start, and so it ended in tragedy. However, we couldn't help but root for them. When Buffy has to make the heartbreaking decision to stab Angel in order to save the world, she kisses him, tells him he loves him, and drives a sword through him. After she sends him into the vortex that takes his life, she flees town to deal with her heartbreak alone, and our hearts can't help but break with her. Sadly, it seems like Buffy's life has been destined to be plagued with death as her mom Joyce passes away in season 5, which forces the teenager to grow up and face adulthood on her own.
Mom? What are you doing? Mom?
Number 5, Jen Lindley, Dawson's Creek. Jen is introduced in the pilot as a transfer student from New York City. She is sent to live with her conservative grandmother in Cape Side after finding her father committing adultery against her mother with a teenager.
Look, my Grams is waiting. I should go, but it was really nice to meet you guys, and I'll see you in school.
If not sooner.
Jen quickly clashes with Joey Potter over their mutual interest in Dawson Leary. Though Jen later falls in with a bad crowd and distances herself from Joey, Dawson, and Pacey, she finally finds her way, leaves Cape Side, and attends NYU with her best friend Jack. During the 2-part series finale, Jen reveals that she has a fatal heart condition and a 1-year-old baby.
Hi, Amy. It's Mom. Well, by the time you see this, I won't be here anymore. And I know how much that sucks for both of us.
With Jack adopting her daughter, Jen soon sadly passes away with her grandmother by her side, reminding us of the importance of strong friendships and to enjoy life while we can.
I'll see you soon, child.
Number 4, Jeremy Gilbert, The Vampire Diaries. Elena's adoptive younger brother Jeremy has always been troubled. After the death of his parents, he starts using drugs to self-medicate. So when Elena's doppelganger Catherine throws Jeremy onto the first vampire Silas and drains his blood, Elena held out hope that he would be brought back to life, because he was wearing the Gilbert ring. After all, the ring had saved him in the past.
It's been too long, little Gilbert. Sorry. Family reunion's gonna have to be cut short.
However, his later membership in the Brotherhood of Five had made him a supernatural vampire hunter, which meant that he could not be revived.
Just turn it on, and everything will go away. That's what you have to do. It's what I want you to do.
And so, with Jeremy being the last of her living family members, it's not hard to see why a devastated Elena turns off her humanity and burns the house to the ground with his body inside. Though Jeremy's love interest Bonnie resurrects Jeremy in the season 4 finale, she dies as a result, and it's Jeremy's turn to be a Gilbert who's utterly devastated.
What are you doing, Bonnie?
I can bring Jeremy back. I can keep him here.
No, you can't.
Elena needs him. This was always the plan. Jeremy wasn't supposed to die.
Number 3, Hannah Baker, 13 Reasons Why. While Hannah Baker's death wasn't the only one in the series, with Jeff Atkins' demise shown in flashbacks, Hannah is the one after which this teen drama is named.
I found Jeff.
Not only did she commit suicide, but she also lists and records the 13 reasons why she did so, with her rape and the insensitive reactions she encountered as a result.
Clay? Helmet? Your name does not belong on this list. But you need to be here if I'm going to tell my story. If I'm going to explain why I did what I did.
As we listen to these tapes, it's difficult not to become attached to the teen. So when we watch her go home to take her own life after being disappointed by her guidance counselor, Mr. Porter, we are poignantly reminded to listen to the ones we love while there is still time.
I cost a girl her life because I was afraid to love her. You can't love someone back to life. You can try.
Number 2, Fred Andrews, Riverdale.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
When actor Luke Perry unexpectedly died in March 2019, Riverdale writers had to decide what was going to happen to his character, Fred Andrews. Ultimately, they decided to bring in Perry's Beverly Hills 90210 co-star Shannon Doherty to play the role of a woman he saved that would cost him his life.
He talked about you the entire time. His son, how he couldn't believe that a man like him was blessed with such a thoughtful, kind boy.
When Fred stops on the side of the road to help a woman who was having car trouble, he becomes the victim of a hit and run. Archie's investigation into his father's death leads him to discover the culprit is a boy without a license, whom he chooses to forgive as his dad would have wanted.
I took the car when I wasn't supposed to. I don't even have my license. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
As such, it's a moving and beautiful tribute to both Luke Perry and his character Fred Andrews. Before we cry over our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You have to tell my dad. You have to tell my dad. Tell him. You have to...
Dad, what's wrong?
Maybe you better call somebody.
Dad? Somebody help! A doctor!
I'm sorry, Charlotte.
Dad? Dad!
I don't want you to be angry or sad. You changed my life. You're gonna change a lot of people's lives, Clark. Promise me you'll never give up?
This is... Oh, my neck. So I go.
Scott, come on. They found some... Hey, David, check this out. Scott. Scott, put that...
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Finn Hudson, Glee. In July 2013, Corey Monteith, the actor who played Finn Hudson, died of an overdose, so his character had to be written off Glee. Finn played a vital role in the success of the musical TV series, with his on and off relationship with lead singer Rachel being a major storyline.
I loved Finn, and he loved me, and he loved all of you guys. I know he did.
So that's why an entire episode of the 5th season focused on how his friends and family came to terms with his passing. Filled with beautiful songs in Finn's memory, the quarterback didn't disclose the cause of the character's death, with the writers choosing to deal with how he lived a life full of love and touched the lives of many instead.
Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
What makes it an even more heartrending memorial is that you can tell that the cast is really singing from their hearts for their lost friend, whether that be Finn on screen or Corey off screen. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.